This is the Benelli Tornado 302R, the first fair offering from the Italian marque since they brought down the curtains on their flagship superbike, the Tornado 3 1130. And we got a chance to steal it for a short time to bring you this first ride impression. So come on, show us some love and hit that like button before we get down to business. First up, let's start with the things I like. And I definitely like the way it looks. It reminds me of the original Tornado 900, especially because of this paint scheme, this silver and green paint scheme. I think it looks bloody good. I also like the new graphics. Yeah, it's a little disproportionate in the sense the headlight and the front fairing is a little too big on an otherwise compact design. But to be honest, that's also what gives this motorcycle a big bike feel, which I'm sure the main target audience of this motorcycle will not mind one bit. Second, I love the way it sounds. It sounds brilliant. I mean, Benellis have always been good when it comes to sound engineering their bikes, and this one is no different. In fact, it's the best sounding machine in this segment. It definitely has the growl to match its big bike feel. Third, I like the comfort that it offers. Hands down better than the Ninja, just as good if not better than the R3. I mean, the ergonomics are sporty yet comfortable. The seat is well cushioned both for the rider as well as the pillion, and the ride quality is exceptional. The chunky folks, they do a bloody good job of just leveling out and gliding over big bumps. And in fact, they are the only ones in this segment which offer rebound adjustability. The Tornado also does the small things right. For example, the seat height is low, 780 mm low, while still giving you a practical ground clearance of 150 mm. Neat. Then the mirrors, they are nice and wide and they give you a good view of what's going on behind you. The brake lever is adjustable for reach. I'm also impressed with the heat management on this thing because not once during this test did the temperature go over 3 bars, which is pretty cool. And also lastly, it now gets ABS as standard, which neither the Ninja or the R3 offer. And guess what? You can switch it off as well at the press of a button. I also like the gearbox. It's nice and smooth and the perfect companion when you're giving the Tornado some stick. But that's when you also wish that it had the go to match that howl. Which brings us to the next part, which are all the things where the Tornado needs work. Starting with the engine, it makes almost the same power as the Ninja 300, but it also weighs in at 198 kgs wet, making it the heaviest bike in this segment. So with about 26 extra kgs to pull, it can definitely not match the outright performance of the Ninja, the R3, and definitely not the RC 390. Also, this one makes the least torque in this group, and it only gets going at about 7,000 RPM. So you really have to wring its neck to access that power. 7,000 RPM is also where things start getting buzzy, more so in the lower gears. And they do smoothen out to a decent extent in the higher gears. So I think the third gear for me was a decent compromise where the buzz was less and you still had enough juice on tap for quick overtakes. Also the weight, there's no way to get around it when it comes to handling because the Tornado definitely takes noticeably more effort to steer as compared to the Ninja or the R3, especially when you're leaning from one side to the other. For a bike which looks this good, the instrument cluster looks outdated, and I hate how you have to hold on to the fuel cap every time you're topping up. In the braking department, the Tornado has the best braking setup on paper, and actually quite like the progression and the feedback it offers. But for a twin disc setup, it definitely doesn't have the bite which you expect. And even though the tank capacity is at par with the R3 at 14 liters, it's actually 2 liters less than its naked sibling, the TNT 300, which is a shame considering the Tornado is most definitely more of a sports tourer than an all-out sport bike. And also, it is priced in the same range as the previous jack of all trades, which was the Yamaha R3, which has now been temporarily discontinued while the BS4 variant is on its way. So the question then is the Benelli Tornado 302R a fitting alternative to the R3? Most definitely not if you are after all-out performance. That's where the R3, the Ninja and the RC390 will definitely serve you better. But if you're in the market for a more versatile sport bike, then this is a very good option because it's really comfortable, exceptional ride quality, good brakes, looks fantastic, sounds bloody good, and most importantly, it gets ABS, which neither the R3 or the Ninja offer. And also on the engine front, I think with a shorter sprocket, this bike will be a lot more livelier and you will be able to get a lot more out of that engine. So that's first impression of the Benelli 302R. I want to know what you think about it and what else we should include in a comprehensive review of this motorcycle. Also, would you choose it over the R3? Do let us know. If you like this video, share this ahead and do not forget to subscribe. Until next time, ciao.